Okay, hello viewers. This is Cynthia Michael from Scooby Review, bringing you a new podcast from my seven code to Suits entire review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, just so you don't understand me. Also, I try to do my best not to breathe hard during this audio podcast recording as well, and not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will attain to adult limit. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change to adult language if you're under 18. Now, if you're over 18, then it's good to watch this audio podcast recording. Anyway, with this and anything else out the way, let's get into the latest episode of Gozyuger. So basically, this episode starts off. We see the Rangers at the cafe. They're watching the news report. It turns out the Prime Minister, who has the power of the dawn buttering, has been has been has been fired from his Prime Minister job. Turns out, turns out that Prime Ministers are not supposed to have weapons and whatnot. So basically, since she's been using the Dom, like since he's been acting as a ranger, he's not supposed to be having any type of firearms, using any type of firearms and whatnot. So basically, because of him being a ranger, he got fired from his job. So basically, the ranger was like, so Super was like, oh damn, that's kind of messed up. Basically, and one of the foot soldiers, the berries, the Aries, that's what they're called, the bellhead foot soldier dudes. One of them came to deliver a letter to the Rangers and left. So basically, the Rangers opened the letter, and the letter basically they open up the letter, and this big screen appears with the Prime Minister. Turns out that he's working for the brand, working for the bad guys now. So basically, Mr. Sweetcake, Mrs. Sweetcake, and Mr. Knives, with making it official that the the Prime Minister is not working for us now. And basically, the Prime Minister said, "Oh well, I." I'm gonna hold a challenge for you. I'm gonna ask you guys I'm here to ask you guys to join us. So basically, he basically put a letter like I'm asking you warriors, so join the brand, do the Biden, join us, and basically we can gather all the Centaurans together, and we can make all your wishes come true. Or you guys still want to. If you guys still want to fight, you could just meet me at this location. If you guys don't want to join us or not, I will be waiting at this location and whatnot. That he was shown. So basically, this is a location, and basically showed a location on the screen, and basically once the screen disappeared and the Rangers got the location and whatnot, they went to go do that. Anyway, goes to the location that the ex prime minister told him to go at. So anyway, so basically, so basically, we go to the no world where the bad guys had the brand's hideout is their world is hideout is. Anyway, so basically the prime minister is like, don't worry, don't worry if they do. So basically, if they do, don't worry, was telling Miss Nice and Mrs. Sweetcake that don't worry, if they don't want to join us, I'll take care of them and get their Sentai rings. If they do, it's whatever. So basically, Mr. Sweetcake, so basically Mrs. Sweetcake and not and Mr. Nice was like, okay then, go ahead, do what you're about to do. So basically, so basically he used the prime minister, the ex prime minister, used used the boat conjuring to make this weird castle to put the Rangers in some weird trials. So anyway, the Rangers got to the castle that was made by the the boat conjuring, and basically they started to go through this weird trial. The first trial was a gang of tag. That's where Kenjian and Hao basically beat. Had to tag out some foot soldiers easily by using them morphing up. Then the second trial was some. So basically, the second trial was some stupid dodgeball game that Gangster Ryoga you know Gangster Ryoga did, and they ended up winning easy. In an easy Gangster Ryoga's crazy strength, freaky strength, they ended up winning that dodgeball game trial very easily. So anyway, after the dog drove fire, we cut back to the bad guys' hideout, and basically, Canada was not sure about, was not happy with Mr. Nice and Miss Sweetkit letting the Parliament to join their ranks, and basically, well, told us that Miss Sweetkit Miss Cricket and Mr. Nice was going to screw her over anyway. So basically, Fire Cannon was like, oh, so basically he's going to take his Sentai rings anyway. So basically, Mr. Nice and Miss Sweetcake is like, go ahead, go deal with the Prime Minister and the Gozyugers and take their Sentai ring, and take the rings. So basically, Mr. Candle and Fire Candle was like, all right. So basically, he went to go get Miss Banquet to join him, but she was making this weird shrine of yoga, of Rio, to So basically, she's a big fan of Rio, the Blue Ranger, or Goju Leo. So anyway, so basically, Mr. Candle, along with the foot soldiers, went to go school went to go screw over the prime minister and take the wings from him and the go users. So anyway, turns out the next try was they had to play house. So basically, Ryoga was playing the mom, was playing the mom. Kenji was playing the grandpa. Will was playing the dad. Yeah, and Satsui was playing the sister, and How was playing the brother. And basically, all the way. So basically, except for How, all the Rangers were giving their all playing house. So, and basically, they were trying to get How to play along with this trial and pass it. And basically, it was not going very well for Hal. So basically, that's when Mr. Cannon showed up, and basically, they had to cut the trial short, and basically, the Rangers went to go deal with Fire Cannon and his foot soldiers, but just for Hal, the Prime Minister said, "You're not going anyway. You're not going anyway until you know how to play house the right way." And basically, Hal was like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. So basically, Hal kind of convinced the Prime Minister kind of convince Hal to open up, and basically we finally got Hal express his backstory. So basically, he said that just like anybody else, I had a normal family. I had a mother, a father, and an older sibling who is being my big brother. So basically, one day, me and my big brother was running into the woods, and we found ourselves in the nowhere where the bad guys come from, and basically somehow we end up in the nowhere where the bad guys are from, and basically, him and a bunch of other people find their way in the nowhere, and basically, a bunch of monsters chase him down, and ever since then, he was trapped there for 10 years, and basically he lost his brother, trying to escape from the monsters, and basically he managed to find his way out of the no world after 10 years. And basically came back to this world where he's from, and he found his mother and father, father they have two new children and whatnot, and basically he basically after 10 years he came back to his own world, and basically he found his mother and father together with two new children and whatnot. And basically, ever since then, I've basically been um, been by myself ever since then as a lone wolf. And basically, maybe. So the prime minister was kind of sad for him, but at the same time, you didn't even try to connect with your parents before you came back. So basically, like the prime minister, oh, that's sad. That's the saddest story I ever heard. So basically, you didn't try to reconnect with your parents. Let them know that you're okay, whatnot, and basically, how it's like, took that as it took the intonation, like, maybe he should have tried to explain to his parents at the tell his parents where he was for 10 years and whatnot, etc., etc. So anyway, the Rangers were having a tough time with Mr. Candle and his foot soldiers, when he's picking out Mr. Fire Candle and his foot soldiers, and basically, the Prime Minister and basically the Prime Minister Hal came to help the Rangers. They morphed up and basically started to fight Fire Candle and his foot soldiers. One of the foot soldiers was kind of based off the Die Ranger, I believe. Yeah, based off the Die Ranger. Yeah. So basically, they started to fight, and basically that's when Mr. Sweetcake and Mr. Nice showed up, and basically make themselves grow, and basically Sun Super's like, I'm gonna take care of Mr. Nice. Mr. Nice and slash Mr. Sweetcake. So basically, she summoned the Tega Sword and basically transformed the Tega Sword into the Tega Sword Black Megazord, and start to fight Knife slash Mr. Knife slash Street Cake, and with the Tega Sword Black Megazord, and basically turns out this form also has a Centaur mode, and basically he subsequently took down Mr. Nice slash Mr. Sweet Cake with the power of the Tegazord Black Megazord. So anyway, basically while the rest of the Rangers were fighting the foot soldiers, or so basically, the prime minister and Don and Howe worked together to take down Fire Candle and his foot soldier, who was based off of Die Ranger, and basically at the house. So basically, they did the so basically how did the take the sword finisher, and the prime minister did the Don Mortal some sword slash finisher on the foot soldier that was based on the Die Ranger, and basically, Mr. Cannon was pissed off that he was my loyal foot soldier. I'll get you guys back. I'll get you back for this, Gozer Wolf, and you Prime Minister, dude. And basically, and basically, Mr. Kano retreated and back to his own world and whatnot. And basically, like, and basically, not, so basically, after that, that's when the Parliament and How got down to business. So basically, like, we're we're still in the competition for to collect these Shintai rings. So basically, let's finish this. So anyway, the other rangers. So basically, Ryoga, Kenshin, and Rio showed up, and basically, we see the prime minister and how about the duel have a duo for the Sentai rings, and basically how one had defeated the prime minister, and basically he ended up winning his Sentai rings and whatnot, and basically how it's like how it's like you help me open up. You help me open up about nobody has no one happy. I have to open up to no one like that for a while. So basically, I consider you to be my friend and whatnot. So basically, the prime minister did like and the prime minister did say, "Oh, thank you. I hope that one day that you will reconnect with your family one day." And basically, until that day, I'm gonna go get my job back. And basically, he left. And basically, some signal was still in the Megazord. And basically, Mr. Sweetcake and slash Mr. Nice were managed to pull themselves together. And basically, some Sumi and the other Rangers like, God damn, he's hard to beat. These guys are hard to beat. And basically, here. So basically, basically, Mr. Nice slash Mr. Sweetcake was about to do some serious damage to the Tega Sword Megazord with that powerful attack. And out of nowhere, we see this mecha. We see the Zoo Ranger mecha wearing this brown cape, wearing this brown, poncho showing out of nowhere to stop that stopped Miss Nice slash Mrs. Sweetcake's attack on the Texas makes her black, and basically we see we see inside, and we see the inside. Turns out it's like the cockpit of the Tegasol, and we see the red Tyranno Ranger inside piloting the Zoo Ranger mecha, and basically the episode ended up with we see the red Zoo Ranger showed up with the red Zoo with the Zoo Ranger mecha, and basically saving the Tega Black Megazord from a sneak attack from Mr. Nice slash Mrs. Sweetcake, and this is how the episode ended on this note, ended on this note. So anyway, I don't know if this is the we don't know. So far, we know that there are some different variants of Red Rangers in the world that the Go users are, but we don't know. This is a different variant uh, uh, of the Zoo Ranger Tyranno, or this is the main version of uh, user Tyranno from the main Sentai universe. So basically, we get to know to figure that out next week. So basically, also we know. So basically, in Sentai logic, every time a ranger has an older sibling, usually they always end up being a ranger. So basically, most definitely that house older brother is still alive somewhere, and basically he is going to show up, and probably going to be the sixth ranger. It's going to be the sixth ranger of this series. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. So anyway, what do you guys think about this? About this episode of Gozyuger? Good, bad, or just okay? Please let me know in the comments below. Anyway, starting off from Screen Reviews 1.